If this is not absolute proof that our representatives that say they support veterans, but in reality, their actions could not be more opposite, then I don't know what is, okay? To jump straight into this, the VFW's National Legislative Director, who, by the way, is Pat Murray, he was actually on this channel and in my house about 2 months ago, and we talked about what the VFW is doing, VA disability claims, claim trucks, all that stuff. I'll pin that below in the comments. But he's the one who calls out these representatives by name. Unfortunately, one of them is from my home state, which is the great bluegrass state of Kentucky, which that sucks to know, all right? Let's hear it straight from Pat, and then I'm going to ask one of my good friends to speak on his story about being medically retired.
In 2006, I got my right leg blown apart by an IED in Fallujah, Iraq. There wasn't much left to salvage my leg, so the doctors at Fallujah Surgical amputated just above the knee. Just the following year, in 2007, I was medically retired for the wounds I received. I didn't know if I was going to serve 20 years or not, but I wasn't given a choice. This bill is important, and as Jose said, this needs to get passed, this needs to get voted on, but we already know there's some members in the House of Representatives that show they actually don't do what they say they're going to do. Representative Massey from Kentucky, Representative Burgess from Texas, Representative Reschenthaler from Pennsylvania, Representative Fishback from Minnesota, Representative Langworthy from New York, listed as co-sponsors of the Richard Starr Act in the House and voted against it in the House Rules Committee. That would have allowed the bill to see a vote on the floor, but they voted against it. They were co-sponsors. So I'd say that they need to take the names off that bill right now. Stop telling veterans they support them if they won't vote for bills when given the opportunity. The Senate bill has 73 co-sponsors, and none of them should vote against this bill when they get the chance. We hope that those senators don't leave wounded veterans behind like those 5 members of the House did. Congress regularly comes together to provide support for service members and veterans. As Senator Tester just said, the PACT Act, huge. Congress did the right thing after some heavy advocacy by many people in this room and all across the country. Yet for some reason, this issue can't get a vote. In April, in the 11th hour, the House and Senate worked overtime to provide support for our allies, sending $95 billion worth of aid to allied countries around the world. Yet benefits for combat wounded veterans were not included in that package because we were told it wasn't germane. In that bill, they managed to ban TikTok, but couldn't manage to take care of veterans. Congress worked tirelessly to prevent teenagers from making trending dance videos, but didn't have the time or couldn't find the money to support seriously wounded veterans. They found the time and the money for many other things, but not this issue. It's time to get serious and fix this problem. Congress needs to stop making empty promises. Some of these warriors have already sacrificed blood and limbs for this country, and they shouldn't have to sacrifice their retirement also. The STAR Act needs to pass. Thank you very much.
Interpret that as you will. I definitely want to know your thoughts in the comment section. I couldn't agree more. Okay, I could not agree more. And I actually like how Pat here mentioned foreign aid to different countries, mentioned what Congress did to ban TikTok. However, when it comes to the Major Richard Starr Act, it's just kind of dead in the water. So in short, the Major Richard Starr Act would allow those who were medically retired, okay, to receive both military retirement and VA disability. So someone who serves 20 years and has a rating above 50% gets both. However, those who are severely wounded and are medically retired as a result, and not always combat, by the way, the VA compensation is not taxable, so that would be offset from the DoD retirement. Side note, 100% VA disability, which is highly likely for those who are medically retired, is higher than retirement, meaning these veterans are not entitled to their DoD retirement at all. Jason and I did a video on this over on Veterans Daily. You should check that out. I have that below in the pinned comments too. But the main point that Jason made that really stuck with me was that this fact absolutely pushes those in service to simply not go to medical. Going to medical means I lose my retirement. Therefore, I'm not going to go. And that's the wrong answer. So someone who has 14 years, who has all this combat time, all this non-combat time, honestly, that doesn't matter. They're 14 years in, they're going to do 20, they are medically retired. All of a sudden, they do not rate that retirement check at all.